Hello guys, what's up? This is WanderSane here, and today we are going to talk about the cost of maintaining a Duke or an RC390. So this is not a video for Duke and RC200 because the spare parts cost of Duke and RC200 are different. So that's the reason I'm making this special vlog for Duke and RC390. But yes, the cost for Duke and RC200 might be a little less, not that of a difference, but a little less. So I'll be distributing this video in 4 parts. The first part will be the cost of service. The second part will be the cost of other spare parts. The third will be the miscellaneous cost, and the fourth part will be 10 tips from me to maintain your motorcycle. Let's start. So guys, as patients maintain their own health file with their doctors, similarly I have maintained a file of my bike, the maintenance file I call it. So I have each and every invoice and detailing of what I have done on my bike till now. My bike is almost reaching 30,000 kilometers now, and I have all the details of what I have done. So the first page is of course the service. I have done in all 4 service till now. The first 3 were free service. Now the free service here means that the labor charge won't be incurred, but of course you have to pay the spare parts charges, right? Company won't give it for free. So till now I have done 4 services on my bike. The 5th service will be done in this month or next month. So the first service charged me around 1400 rupees because we just need to change the oil and wash the bike, that's it. The second service charged me around 2000 rupees. The third service also 2000 rupees. In these services there were no labor cost, but from 4th service they charged me the labor cost as well. So the 4th service costed me around 3700 rupees. Now guys, I list down all the things that you need to change while you go to the service center, and you should know these things. So I've made a separate video also, 5 things to change. If you have not seen that video, here's the I button. You can check that video. It is a very important video if you own a KTM. So in any service, from the second service, you need to change the engine oil. Now the engine oil for Duke 390 and RC390 is 1.5 liters, so it's cost around 1200 rupees. Oil filter costs around 70 rupees. Then filter element, that is paper type, it costs around 270 rupees. Then spark plug costs around 180 rupees. Fuel filter costs around 90 rupees. And this overall charge you around 3700 rupees for your paid maintenance service of your motorcycle. So it really depends on how much you ride, and anyways you have to cover your service intervals within the time limit or the distance specified. So depending on how much you ride your motorcycle and how old your motorcycle is, these are the service charges that might be incurring to you as well. This is apart from any other damage that happened to your bike. These are normal services, nothing damaged on my bike. These are totally stock services that are offered by KTM. Let's sum up the money that I have paid for service of my motorcycle. So around 9,100 rupees I have spent on my motorcycle only for service. Now let's come to the second part of this video. The second part is other spare parts charges. So Duke 390 and RC390, you need to change your chain sprocket every 10 to 12,000 kilometers. Now it is not a compulsion, but it starts making noise and then it's really annoying. It affects the performance as well. So anyhow you need to change it once at least in 15,000 kilometers, and it costs around 3,200 rupees. So I've changed my chain sprocket twice, and the total cost for my chain sprocket till now is 6,400 rupees. Guys, I've made video of each and every maintenance check that I do on my motorcycle. So I've made a separate playlist for this, bike maintenance, that is the name of the playlist. Here is the I button. You can just check the playlist and find some useful video for you. Then guys, I have changed the brake pads of a motorcycle. The rear brake pad and the front brake pad totally costs around 700 rupees. The front brake pad is somewhere around 500 rupees and 200 rupees or 250 rupees for the rear brake pad. So I've changed the complete pair once. Then somehow I managed to last my Metzeler's for 24,000 kilometers. So that might really surprise you, but yes, my rear Metzeler tire lasted 24,000 kilometers. I used it till the end of its life, you can say. So I changed it to Michelin Street Radial, which costed me around 5,600 rupees, and I'll change my front tire soon, which costs around 4,500 if I get the same Michelin tire. And if you want a Metzeler tire, there are two types of Metzeler tires, that is M5 and M7. M5 that used to come with my bike, it cost around 7,500 rupees, the rear one, and the front one around 5,500 I guess. And the M7 costs really a little bit higher, so it costs around 12,000 rupees for the rear and the front is around 9,000 rupees. So depending on your choice and the way you ride, you can select the tire of your motorcycle. I selected Michelin because they are really long lasting, and I do a lot of long distance touring, and Metzlers are not really that useful for me because I don't really do any track days or performance kind of thing on my bike. Then yes, one more maintenance thing I'd like to share with you guys is that I changed my bike's air filter box 2 times. There was a manufacturing defect, it cracked. I also made videos for that, so you can check the I button. I've included those videos. They are also in my bike maintenance playlist. So it well came under warranty because my bike was new. 2 years warranty you get with your KTM or 30,000 kilometers, whichever is earlier. So they replaced the air filter box 2 times, but just in case if your warranty is gone, then you should know that the air filter box replacement costs somewhere around 2,500 rupees. So you need to know that. Well, and then you might be thinking what is the cost of the coolant that you put in your motorcycle, the brake fluid and everything. Well, if you keep a good relations with your mechanic, then you get them for free. They just top it up and that's it. If you need complete change of your coolant or brake fluid, then you need to buy a separate bottle for respective fluids. But well, if you just need to top, maintain good relation with your mechanic, and he'll do the rest. Now let's talk about the miscellaneous costs that you get on your bike. So this really varies depending on the way you ride your motorcycle and the way you maintain your motorcycle. In this category, a lot of things come in, like the chain lube, the car shampoo that you use to wash your motorcycle, then how you clean your chain, the accessories that you need to clean your motorcycle and your chain, etc. So till now I have used 3 bottles of big Motul engine oil. I'll show you guys. This is what I'm talking about. Motul NC Care. It is a chain lube C2. So this costs around 500 rupees. I've used 3 of these, so 1500 rupees for this. Then I use this 3M car shampoo. This is really a good shampoo to wash your bike. So it costs around 200 rupees and it lasts really long. Since I got my bike, I'm using this. It is more than 1.5 years and I'm still using it. Then after washing my bike, I use Formula 1 wax to take care of my bike gloss and paint. This costs around 350 or I guess 400 rupees, but this lasts for years. If you use it for your car, then it is fine for bike. It will last for like 2 to 3 years definitely. Then I use this brush to clean my chain. It costs around 200 rupees. So you can check all the things in the description. I've mentioned all the things in the description so that you can buy them directly from Amazon. And I use general kerosene to wash my chain. Now you would ask why don't you use WD-40 or something like that. Well, I have tried using them, but that doesn't make sense. This thing is the best thing you will get to degrease anything in your life. So well, this is the best thing recommended by experts as well. Kerosene, guys, it is really cheap and it is really effective. So well, if we sum up all the costs I have told you till now, then I have somewhere spent around 25,000 rupees on my motorcycle for its maintenance. Now the figure might be a little up and down, but I have approximated to around 25,000 rupees. So these were the things I think that would be important for you guys, because I get a lot of comments on my videos asking what is the cost of chain sprocket. If I buy a Duke, then how much maintenance cost I need to incur. Duke padta hai ki nahi? Should I buy a Duke 200 or Duke 390 based on the maintenance? So well, I think all these things might answer you. And well, for Duke 200 or RC 200, all these costs are almost the same, but will be a little less for the spare parts. Like for example, the chain sprocket of Duke 200 is of a little less cost. Then the engine oil is less, so it will cost you less. So similar kind of thing, but not much of a difference. Don't expect a lot of difference. So I'll give you 10 tips that might be helpful to you guys to maintain your motorcycle. So guys, you don't want your motorcycle to break in any time, not the engine breaking I'm talking about, but your motorcycle goes off any time in the middle of the road. Well, if this happened to you, then please do comment down below. Well, it happened to me. Once I was in Ghatkopar and my bike suddenly switched off. The ignition switched off, nothing was working, not even indicator lights were working. After spanning around the bike for a lot of time, I just checked the fuse box and I found that one fuse was gone. Luckily I had spare fuses, so I used the spare fuse and my bike got started. So guys, always keep spare fuses with you. Check your fuse box. There are 3 separate spaces for different types of spare fuses. So just go to your service center and buy fuses. It costs like 5 rupees per fuse. The second maintenance thing is that always keep the toolkit, the stock toolkit that you have in your bike rear seat. Never remove it, because you never know what happens and you never know when you will need it, right? The third tip is that whenever you do some spare change in your motorcycle, for example, you change the brake pad, then it is not necessary, but I keep those spare things with me because they might be useful for me anytime in the future, in the emergency. So I'll show you. So guys, these are the rear brake pads that I have kept with me. I just kept them with me because you never know when I will need them. So whenever I go on longer rides, I keep these things. I have also kept the chain and the sprocket. One chain and sprocket that I changed recently. You never know when you need a spare change. If your chain breaks in the middle of highway, then what will you do? If you don't have the lock, what will you do? So, well, just keep a chain, these things in your saddle bag or in any bag, and then you might need them, you can use them. Better than nothing, right? But yes, this doesn't mean that you keep unuseful things with you, like used engine oil. Please guys, don't do that. The fourth tip that I'm going to give you is about cleaning your chain. So guys, I clean my motorcycle chain every alternative time I lube it. So if I lube it today, I'll clean it today, and then the next time I'll lube it, I don't clean the chain, but I'll clean the chain on the third lube. The fifth tip is about lubing your motorcycle chain. Now I really don't lube it pretty frequently. I lube it around 500 to 700 kilometers because I think that is a good interval of you lubing the chain. But well, that again depends on how you ride. If you ride your motorcycle continuously on a long highway for like 1000 kilometers, you need to lube your chain 2 to 3 times because it gets dry. It keeps running, right? It gets dry pretty quickly. But if you're commuting in the city, then you don't need to lube your chain that frequently. You can lube your chain every 700 kilometers or 600 kilometers. The sixth tip is about washing your motorcycle. Now, I think everybody should wash their motorcycle once in 15 days at least, because there are a lot of dust particles that enter your engine, the sensors, then the inner parts of your motorcycle, where there is metal. So you don't want that metal parts to get rusted. Dust can be really a big problem for a bike like Duke 300, which has heavy electronics within. So well, once in 15 days you should wash it. I'm not saying that you wash it yourself. You can give it to washing. But yes, please try to wash your motorcycle once in 15 days at least. That would really help maintaining your motorcycle. Oh yeah, and one more tip regarding washing. Try not to pressure wash the part inside the engine of your motorcycle because it has all kind of those sensors and you don't want to mess with them. The seventh tip is about your bike care. So always wash your bike with a good quality shampoo and then use a wax for paint maintenance. This really keeps your motorcycle shining and it will last for a longer period of time. I remember I had my CPZ Extreme, my first bike, and when I sold it, I told a lot of people that it is 7 years old motorcycle and they didn't believe based on the paint job of the motorcycle. The paint was still intact, it was still shining because of this, the Formula 1 wax. So this is kind of a investment, guys. You can use these things to keep your bike clean and tidy and keep it new. Well, the eighth tip is about riding. Now guys, please ride carefully. Please ride your motorcycle like it is your wife. Don't ride it too harsh, don't ride it like a squid because the maintenance part always depends on how you ride a motorcycle. If you ride a motorcycle very hard, it will give you higher maintenance costs and pain. So I recommend you riding, take it easy, ride it nicely, use the power but use it at the right time. Use the power on long highway runs. Don't use the power in city and pressure your motorcycle engine. Now the ninth tip is that cover your motorcycle whenever you don't use it. Well, this helps in bike not getting dirty. It helps in your bike in rainy seasons. Water doesn't go inside the bike easily if you cover it. Use a good quality cover on your bike, and that should keep all the problems away regarding your bike getting dirty. And the last tip is keep spare engine oil. You never know when you need it, right? So yes, these were the things about how to maintain your motorcycle and the costs that you will get in maintaining your KTM Duke or RC390. Well, I hope this video is helpful to you guys. If I missed on anything, please do comment down below. I would really appreciate that. And if you want to say something, if you want to ask any questions, you can comment that as well. I will try to answer them all. I hope this video made sense and it helped a lot of you guys. Please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow. I'll see you guys in some other place, in some another vlog. Until next time, keep wandering. Peace out.